What's going on, guys? Steve here, and thank you for tuning in for my Flash Season 3, Episode 11 review entitled Dead or Alive. So this episode was definitely a filler episode. It wasn't a terrible filler episode, but it didn't do anything for the main story that we've got for the back half of the season. I really thought that we were going to get a lot more of these, we have to change this certain event in time to kind of change the future type of episode, and this could have been that if they just let HR go off back to Earth 19, but they didn't, and obviously because they didn't want to see him killed. But if they really want to change the future, that would change the future for Iris not dying. So this episode focused on two different story arcs. The main story being that Gypsy appears from Earth 19 to take HR back to their Earth because he had broken the law to breach different dimensions, and the punishment is death. So that inspires Cisco, who kind of has a thing for Gypsy, falls in love at first sight. He challenges her to trial by combat. I thought there were some funny elements to this episode, especially Cisco kind of trying to ask Gypsy out. I thought that was good. I chuckled there, and he did it a couple times, and every time I thought it was good. I didn't think it got old. The overall story for the episode, though, was just kind of meh because they're not like taking it seriously, and it's like a battle to the death, and Cisco wins when he hasn't really had much training in combat, and Gypsy's supposed to be this collector that's never lost, and she's really good at her job, and just because she has this one flaw where her feet don't touch the ground, Cisco's able to capitalize on that. I just didn't find it believable. That and the fact that it was a one-off episode that didn't contribute to the story at all made me dislike this episode more than like it. I didn't think, as a one-off episode, I didn't think it was terrible, but those were my gripes with the episode. I'm really hoping that we get more of these season-long story arcs that are going to happen within the next couple episodes leading up until May to the actual finale. I would like to see that happen. I'm not really interested in this type of stuff. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Now, the smaller story that we got was Iris chasing the arms dealers. So she then teams up with Wally after she told Joe and Barry that she would stop the investigation. Teams up with Wally and they capture them. And there's this whole tension now. Joe is now on to them. He knows that something's up. If you remember back from last week, they have not told Joe that Iris is going to die at the hands of Savitar. He's the only one that's out of the loop. But the tension is rising. Eventually he will find out. And I don't think it'll be too soon, but it will definitely be within the next 5 or 6 episodes. Some side notes: Julian begins working with the Star Labs team, and he's still a dick. He didn't really change his character, although he's, I guess, a little bit more likable, but I guess that's just the way that he is. He's just this person that's very smug and unhappy, and we kind of get that now. We thought that maybe we'd be seeing a different side to him, but he's kind of still the same guy. But that's good because it adds a new, different character dynamic to the show. The effects for the episode I thought were really good. I thought the vibe fight was awesome. When they were vibing through the different dimensions, they wound up in Jimmy Olsen's office in National City. I don't know if you caught that or not. And there was this Cisco Wells touching moment at the end that I kind of enjoyed too. And then, of course, the stinger at the end that Barry says that Wally is going to be faster than he is, and he's going to be the one that saves Iris. So look for Wally to train more and more to get to that speed they need him to be at to save Iris. So overall for this episode, as I said, I thought the story was meh. I thought the effects were really cool, and everything else is kind of just the same. The acting, there was nothing really that stood out that was fantastic, nothing that stood out that was terrible. It was just a average Flash one-off episode. So because of that, and because it didn't contribute, and because of my gripes that I said before, I'm going to rate this episode as 6.8, which isn't a bad score. I think it's fair. Again, the episode it was just kind of there. It's not a memorable episode. It just kind of happened. So let me know what you guys thought of The Flash this week. Let me know what you think is going to happen with The Flash within the next coming weeks. Give me any predictions that you have. How will Joe find out? Is Wally going to be the one that saves Iris? Sound off in the comments below. If you haven't already, it would really mean a lot to us. If you like this video, head over to our channel, Cool Nerd Show. Subscribe and check out all of our other segments on all the other DC TV shows. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Cool Nerd Show, and you can check out our live Nerdcast every Friday. We do a live show on YouTube. You can check it out, hang out with us in the chat. We do talk to people in the chat. We take some questions, and if you miss it, you can always come back and check it out when we are off the air. Hopefully, I will see you guys in all of our other segments, and thank you for watching.